Good morning, Country Wayne peoples. How y'all doing? Man, I'm doing good. We have a lot to unpack. I needed a minute because I needed to pay attention to some things. The one thing that I pay attention to on these Country Wayne skits is body language, any type of eye contact, if the person is stuttering, to see whether they're lying or not. And I wanted to see whether or not Anthony was lying when he said that he wants his wife back. I do believe that he loves his wife. I'm not going to say that he didn't. And the only reason him and Shayla even got together in the first place was because of the fact of him being drunk. And then the fact that she told him about Amber and Wayne. Because this would have never got here. Because even if he did sleep with Shayla, if he would have told Shayla and Amber about what happened, Amber would have been on Shayla's neck like it wasn't nothing. So it's only a matter of time before it all comes out. But I think if I was him, I would tell her about that night and tell her everything. That way she knows that basically, essentially, that she gonna have to take accountability for the fact she let that girl get too close to her husband. And that she let that girl take her husband. So, do I think they can make this work? Yeah. But they got to start over. They got to get to know each other again. They got to build a bond again. The relationship is over. I need everybody to understand. If somebody hurt you and they did what they did, it is over. There's no, But if that person shows they're sorry, and if there are extenuating circumstances like in this particular situation, can I see them getting back together and having a great marriage? I can. I can see it. But on both parts, there's going to have to be some changes. Ladies first. Amber, stop telling your business. Stop telling everybody what you got going on. Stop having everybody at the house. Pick better friends. Leave Ernestine. Leave Brittany. Leave Shayla as where they at. Brittany and Ernestine should just be your associates. You can't confide in them about nothing because they can't hold water. You also have to, understand it, your part of it when it comes down to the Wayne part of it. And on Anthony's part, he needs to go to court, get this taken care of as far as, visitation, as far as if the baby is his, get this thing with RB straightened out. Both of them going to have to take a DNA test. And it will be crazy if it turns out that RB is in fact that baby's father. That is going to be epic. Because this whole entire time, RB has been thinking that baby is not his. And if it comes out that it is his, that's going to be interesting. If it comes out that both Jasmine and Angelina messed with them DNA tests as far as paperwork, it's going to be interesting. Because here's the thing. You can go online or get it emailed as far as your results. So that can pretty much be done. But what I will say in this situation is, on this channel, we dissect everything. Anything is possible. If Anthony turns out to not be the father, I will not be upset about it. That will mean that him and Amber can move on and be fine. But we know in Country Wayne skits, you never know. But the reason I do that is because I want people to understand is nothing's off limits. Things can go in many different possibilities no matter how you want it to be. There can always be something that can throw a monkey wrench that you ain't prepared for. That can happen. But I just want y'all to know that whether they get back together, whether Shayla is the father, whether Shayla baby is his baby, hey, either way I go, there's going to be a lot they're going to have to work through. So it doesn't really make a difference to me. But at the end of the day, do I think will it be a better storyline of him being the father, her crashing out, him getting custody of the baby, and him and Amber raising the baby? Yes, I prefer that. But there are still some things that, like I said, I'm not going to sleep on Shayla. Shayla ain't done. She gonna keep fighting for this man. She gonna keep showing up. She gonna keep on. And here's the thing. She's gonna keep following him. So every time he has business meetings, every time he's not at that house, she gonna be there. That girl is obsessed. And Zachary, I don't know why you sitting up here saying your sister's innocent and she's not. She stole another woman's husband. And you don't even know the full story. Wait till they find out the full story of how this happened. You're not gonna be defending your sister when you find out this man was drunk and she came over to the man's house drunk and took advantage of him while he was drunk. I can't wait for Angelina. That's what I'm waiting on. What are y'all waiting on? Where is the video of Angelina? Because I'm waiting for Shayla to spaz on her mom. Because she been giving her bad advice. I'm just waiting on Shayla to spaz on Angelina. And Pam, you better pay attention because you might be next. Because if this goes the way I'm hoping that it goes, if Shayla ends up crashing out and going into a mental institution, Brody and Angelina are going to be fighting for that baby. And they're going to be in court. And that is going to be interesting. Because I doubt very seriously Angelina is going to want Amber to raise her daughter's child. So if they go that route, we're going to get a court case either way. That's going to be good. Now, Amber, I understand your reluctancy. I understand your fear. And as you should. Because, Anthony, you should have came home and fought for your wife instead of going over there. So I understand her point of view. Because if you went home and fought for your wife, maybe y'all could have worked this out in the first place. But here we are. No, you went over there to the other side, to the part which you thought was your piece, that now you find out she's crazy. Got it. But the point is, do I think these two love each other? Yes, I do. I believe they love each other. I just think there was two serpents, Wayne and Shayla, that came between their marriage, that they should have never allowed to get to this point. But things happen. We live, we learn, we grow. So if they start over, date again, get to know each other again. And I love the fact that he's giving her space, but at the same time showing her that he loves her and that he want to make it work. So I believe he does love her. I do believe they love each other. I just think that there was just their past and just things that they both are going to counseling to work through. As long as they continue to go to counseling, as long as they continue to understand that this marriage is over, but there is a new beginning. As long as they're willing to do a new beginning and both prove that they've changed and they're not going to make the same mistakes, okay, we cool. But what is going to be interesting is Brittany's situation. Now, somebody said something about Dalen. That's not Dalen's fault. That girl recorded that and then posted it. That's not Dalen's fault. That's that girl's fault. He said that in confidence, and what she don't realize is Tigger can sue her. Dalen can sue her. There can be a lawsuit. That girl don't understand. People can sue you for stuff like that. So, yeah. But I doubt it's going to get to Brittany. I doubt very seriously it's going to get to her. Because the fact of the matter, them people don't know her at the end of the day. So unless somebody had a picture of her, and he didn't say the girl's last name. But I think her friend ain't going to be too happy about it. But as far as Sonny, I'm starting to think that you saying you're not trying to trap Mike, but that's what it looks like, sweetheart. You up here being desperate. You slept with the man, now you're pregnant, now you're excited because he's bringing you in something. Why do I got a feeling she gonna go to the doctor? She ain't gonna be pregnant. I have this feeling. She ain't gonna be pregnant. I think something gonna happen where that pregnancy test gonna be wrong. She ain't gonna be pregnant. But she gonna make Mike believe she's still pregnant. Cause she want Mike. I'm telling you, something about this is gonna be a monkey wrench somewhere. And Melissa gonna be pissed. Melissa gonna end up leaving. Because she gonna think that Mike got a baby. And I just got this feeling Sonny's not gonna be pregnant. I think when they go to that first doctor's appointment, Sonny may not be pregnant. But then again, she might. But this is, like I said, plain devil's advocate.